It's time for a major upgrade to all of the van.
We love to go fully off-grid, but we've been missing something that's gonna maximize our experience.
This is our home, and we want to make sure that we keep it nice and safe. We've been hearing tons of horror stories lately about people who've ended up crashing into trees or bushes because they didn't have this feature.
Thanks, babe. Coffee's much needed for a job like this.
In your bed. We've partnered with Auxbeam for today's video to upgrade our lighting system, and you're going to want to stick around to the end to see how you could win and upgrade it to your lighting system too.
Our first major upgrade is to the headlights. We're gonna switch out these bulbs to LEDs. The ones that come with the van, you could hardly see anything with. It's gonna be a huge upgrade. This is why people hire others to do it.
We're on project 1 of 3, so this is gonna be a long day. And we have to finish it today because we gotta hit the road tomorrow for Banff. Oh, it's so loose now.
Loose. Now I should be able to just press this in. It comes out.
Nice.
And that's it.
Ooh.
So now we have access to our lights. I'm gonna wind up using this harness here anyway to probably come back into the space somehow. I did see that down here by the foot brake, there is a area where we could run our light bar through, but we'll get to that in the future in this video. So these just pop off and they open up, and then if you look inside, you can see your bulbs. So this one here is the high beam, and then this one here is the low beam. So we want to remove this low beam, and that way we could replace the low beams with the H7 bulbs. But how do I get it in and then hold it in place at the same time?
That's a great question, Frank.
Without this. I guess I think I know what I gotta do. Like that. That's it, like that.
That sounds good.
And then this slides into that. And then locks into place.
I saw a flash.
What do you mean?
I saw a flicker.
You shouldn't see anything flicker.
I saw a flash.
It locked into here, but it didn't
lock into down there.
Down there, so that's
Here, wait, let me read more instructions. Remove the socket. Install and fix the socket. Insert lamp body in the direction of arrow. Fix the lamp body by rotating 45-degree clockwise.
Can I see the direction of arrow?
And then it's got to get locked there.
But I don't know how it locks into place. There's nothing to, like, hold it on.
Come here, Papa. Come here.
Since these two bulbs are so different, this one, you have to actually silicone it into place. This bulb doesn't actually fit for this particular lamp. You can see the difference between the two. Since the plug doesn't actually get plugged in there, it now makes up a completely different makeup for it. What we did is we plugged it in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna test and see if it works before we do the full install. If the light works, we will then silicone it into place and go from there. Perfect. So it works great. It's super bright. Woo! Is it a lot brighter? Yeah, I could see it on your face where we wouldn't be able to see it previously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, little fan's going, and that would keep the light cool and the area cool.
Right.
So it works, right? But now we're gonna have to silicone it in place.
Babe, somebody put graffiti on our car.
What?
Somebody graffitied our car.
What does it say?
It says LJ.
Who's LJ?
I don't know.
Who's
They put an H.
HLJ.
Brooklynites.
Hopefully there's some fast drying stuff. The good thing about this is you could always break the seal and you could replace it. Where if you put like a real adhesive there, it would be very hard to get this piece out. Tape it in place. Oh, see, the weight of that is pulling it right up. Let's get another piece of tape. We're gonna have to use the tape to go around the bulb, like the upper part of the bulb. So give me a nice long piece. That's good.
So the silicone is not working that well. It's in there, but because it takes a while to dry, the light bulb is not fitting in place or staying where it needs to stay in order for the silicone to dry in the right place. We're still on project number 1. And it's past
The
noon.
tapes already came up. Feels like it's kind of staying, but I'm worried that when we hit some bumps on the road that it might just fall right out. That's the test. In here, it's still in place. It's still sitting in its spot.
Yeah.
That's all we really need. We use some electrical tape as well as silicone to try to place it and get it in its spot. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other light. And then that way we should have some nice bright LED lights for here. Good to go. We're not doing anything with this light because we have the wrong light set up.
Lesson learned, you gotta make sure that you have the right light for your vehicle. We thought we did the research and picked the right H numbers, but maybe not.
So if you want to do this one as well, you have to have the H7 bulb. That's the only one that fits in both of these places. All right, let's install it.
Now we can move on to our next project as soon as he's finished strapping it in. We're going to be doing,
The light bar next.
and this is where you guys come in because we have something very special to tell you about the light bar. Do you know what the very special thing is?
All right, guys, we got a special guest helping us today. It's my brother. It's James.
What's up, guys?
Everyone thinks that your New York accent is better than Frank's New York
right.
accent.
I mean, it better be. He's lived here basically his whole entire life.
That's true.
This one kind of mounted in the place that we want to go. We're gonna do the same thing with this side. Decided that I want to lock the fog lights on the top of the light bar. I think it will look really cool, as well as it just makes it to where I don't have to drill or cut anything open. Kind of pressed for time, so if we ever want to relocate them, we can. So we're gonna make it happen just like this. Take your mount and you slide it right in, and then they have 2 lock screws for the top. We put the last bolt in through the top from the light, right down in, and it mounts it. Good to go. Drag the inspector.
Are you the inspector?
No, he's sitting right there.
Oh, inspector, is this okay?
What do you think, Papa? Oh, he does not look impressed.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna pop this grill off and see exactly where the light bar is gonna fit, where when we drill the holes through, we're not drilling through metal, we could just lock it into the metal bumper itself.
All right. Stop. Oh, it went through?
Yep.
Okay.
Look.
Go ahead, James. See what you see.
Don't do anything.
Yeah, his finger. He's gonna touch it.
Okay, I'm touching it.
And how much room do you? Can you? If that hole was a ½ inch open, can we put a nut on behind it?
If it was this way,
Yeah.
yes.
But where it is, it's a no.
Where it is, it's a no.
Okay. So leave that hole.
Try this.
I'm gonna let you decide. Remember, this is a
Go
one-shot deal.
smaller, not bigger.
All right.
This is turned into a bit of a show. We're trying to figure out how to mount it to the van. There's like a spot where we're trying to go through, but the plastic and the metal like kind of meet, and we're gonna try to land it on that metal so that way it can like hold on tight and you don't get that flex when we're driving.
There's no hole.
It's been a rough go, I'll tell you that
The
much.
drill bit's the one that I would think.
Oh, Uncle Kenny joined us too. Nice catch, bro.
Go. Slow. Go.
Pull it out because we're gonna have to lock it in.
Okay, that's done.
Does
See
it
how
work?
tight Yes. That's it.
Yeah, looks good.
Don't worry, I got
It
more
was
of those.
super
We don't
anticlimactic.
want to.
Now we got one in, we gotta do the same thing on the other side. Right now I'm just connecting the wires. We got the light bar put in.
Oh, you got it.
I had to put 2 male adapters on here so that way we could lock her in. This is a wiring harness setup that you could also buy from the company as well. And then we're just gonna run it right inside and we're gonna land it to the controller inside. A lot more work than I expected, but well worth it in the end, I think. We're losing light really fast. We have the bar in place. I still have to snake the wires in through the firewall, and lock these lights in place. What we're doing is we're setting them up so that way they point out a bit, so that way we can light up stuff on the sides, and then this bottom light bar will light everything in front of us. It's gonna be the perfect setup for us. We should have our black and red, our positive and our negative, to make it into the van. And then I'll have that box inside the van. We'll mount it inside the van and we'll connect to that, drop our grounds to the battery, and should be good to go.
What finger are you giving me?
All right, so now we're just trying to feed the wires through, and I'm trying to figure out exactly where the firewall entrance is. It looks like that the main battery comes through at the base down here. So if I can figure out where that spot is, I should be able to run the wires directly through there and be able to land it right to our battery bank here and land the control box somewhere in this area as well.
Day 2. Frank has been working on the electrical all morning. Let's see where he's at.
I got everything connected to our switch box here, and all I'm gonna have to do, oh look, you can already see the lights are on.
Ooh.
So that right there to me is a little bit of an issue though. See, that's why it's an issue. Right now, without power, that shouldn't be on. Now I click her on and we should have power. There's your LED light bar, right? There's the headlamps, and then we have nothing else for any of the other ones, so we just have these two. So the problem that I have with this whole setup right now is that it never goes off.
The lights for it?
Yeah, the light for it never goes off. It always has power. That's my only issue. So I got to figure out which fuse doesn't have power
Unless the van is
unless
on.
the van is on itself.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to find out next.
All right. We're getting closer and it's looking good.
Right now I'm finding the grommet that pushes through the firewall right here. And it looks like it's right here. So, yep. So right there, that little light that you see coming through.
What do you think, Uncle Kenny? How does it look?
It looks beautiful.
We closed the hood, so we can't.
Does it
even
look
show
like
you.
a frog?
Oh, poor Olive. Yes,
Come on, you want to
poor
see?
little
You
Olive.
want to see how neat it looks up front?
Yes, please.
Cool, baby. Make all the girls go crazy.
Oh, so can you point to things and tell me what they are?
So this is the control box. We have everything fed underneath into this fuse box right here. The only thing we have to do is land inside to a position where when we turn the key on, then the light piece comes on. We don't want it to work unless the ignition is actually on. That's it. Pretty easy.
Pretty easy, took 2 days.
Pretty easy. Well, the installing of it is what takes a little bit longer, so.
But these are installed into metal and now they're fancy painted black. That actually does look really good.
Yeah.
You gonna spray the whole front? You gonna redo the whole,
Once you wash the truck and armor all, you know what make that look like? Just WD-40. Because it drops everything down.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Just spray with WD-40, that plastic.
And because we're from Florida, we don't need a front plate, so worked out perfect. You gonna dance for the vlog?
Yes.
Ooh.
Don't worry about the dripping, that's all. It's not gonna hurt.
Nice, buddy. It's looking good, but the real test will be to see how it shines at night. You won't even be able to see anything.
You can go squirrel hunting now. Look.
Wow.
You want it, right?
So now it's your turn to enter the contest. We're giving away 5 light bars.
You could shine bright like a diamond in the sky too. All you have to do is check down below for all the details on how to enter. Thank you so much, Auxbeam, for sponsoring today's video. We are excited to test these bad boys out in the wild.
I can't wait to test them out on the way to the mountains. We're gonna be lighting up these trees. We're gonna see all the deer and anything that's wanting to cross. I'm excited.
Be sure to click here for the next video so you can see where we're lighting the way to.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
You good, huh?
Pretty good.